Standard word. It's all balance. मतलब spoiled places. ऐसे बहुत ज़्यादा है. ऐसे ये आप पूछते हैं. इधर actually not nice, but I mean, I'm blind nature.
But then you should tag it. Exactly.
Very hand on. I've kept a lot of different animals of pets. Dogs, cats, chickens. And mommy has a loving cat.
She's like, अभी पता चला
मेरे जो कजन्स आते हैं ना, मैं मिडिल चाइल्ड हूँ. मेरे एक बड़ा कजन एक छोटा कजन है. एक बार सिर्फ एक ही बार आया चीनो मेरे घर में. एक हफ्ते के बाद एक बार मेरा ऑनलाइन क्लास हॉल में होता था. मैं डाइनिंग टेबल में बैठ के करता था क्लास.
एक बार क्या हुआ, my नानी came in and she gave me my charger. मुझे चार्जर चाहिए था. And मैं नई आई थी जब मैं ऑनलाइन था. सारे दोस्त भी हैं. हिंदी का क्लास है, मेरी टीचर है. She was like, क्यों हंस रही हो? मम्मी ने क्या खीर बनाया है? हमारे जो थोड़े लोग ऐसे कोई और काम से आते हैं मुझे नॉर्मल कैसे था कोई लिखता नहीं
एक बंदा था, उसका अलग से कैमरा था. ठीक है, तो वो कैमरा नाक में डालता था. But article is there. Okay, I'm on here. Something. That's good. Relax. That's better.
Just mad.
Hello. Sorry, Mata.
Seriously, you've never. When I got working and then just I can't. So I stopped. I didn't even think about that. Something else. Harvard is one of the most famous. And this is मैं बुक भी नहीं पढ़ती उसके बारे में मेरे एक सारे दोस्त हैं कहीं विजिट पेपर विजिट ना पढ़ी पेपर ऊपर मुझे वो
और सुबह मैंने पढ़ा वो इतना आराम इतना मेरे मन से
मुझे
he came, he said, he said,
ends with very
it ends with us.
It's very good. It doesn't matter yeah what it's good or legacy
Maybe Lord of the Rings is created. Lord of the Rings. You know, it's the most detailed one character.
Unless they are very the stuff.
मेरे लाइब्रेरी में लॉर्ड ऑफ द रिंग्स और वो लाइब्रेरी में ना कौन से क्लास से होगा था थर्ड क्लास में मैंने एक दिन एक क्लास के बंदे को लॉर्ड ऑफ द रिंग्स पढ़ते थे
अरे हाजी हमारे
Then it's fine. It's to be fine now. It's to be fine. ऐसा देखो हमारे फोटो मिल गया
मैंने आधा पढ़ा है मैं सब आधा रखा है आधा पढ़ा स्टार्ट किया आधा पढ़ा
Actually, मैंने सेल्फ गिल्ट से बंद कर दिया अपने हैबिट्स ठीक है मैं पढ़ के कुछ करता नहीं है
very जो बोल रहा था मैं लाइब्रेरी से पर पढ़ किया था मतलब छुट्टी करना पड़ता है फिर वो मतलब हम लोग
Library. Japanese.
From interview.
ड्रामा देखा था मैं
कौन सा?
देखा वो देखा ना
अच्छा
वो
have this list very good. Legitimate is left out, you know. That is not. You give me the textbook. After that, you know, second lecture is the geography, no? Yes. That is given, no? First lecture, this one. That is why geography. That is one. Okay. You understood what was taught to you? Any doubt is there? Let us recollect. ये geography का book में है क्या? नहीं ना? Political science and yes. Have you gone through whatever we have learned that day? Anything you are having doubt? You have to study about this thing, what liberalization of foreign trade and foreign investment. What is trade barrier? Why Indian government introduced trade barrier after the independence? Next is that why trade barriers were removed after 1990. So, shall I give you 5 minutes for going through?
I can't find out that in World Trade Organization, if a country does not follow the rules, is it kicked out?
They are compelled to follow that rule.
And still if they refuse.
See, refusal means if you need money, then you should be a member of that this thing, World Trade Organization, because it is not one country alone cannot survive, especially in the economic front.
But like this World Trade Organization has many elements of it, right? If I take a Scandinavian country like Poland. Now, if Poland is in World Trade Organization and it does not want to follow a rule made by World Trade Organization, World Trade Organization will give restrictions. So it can take things from Russia and Ukraine.
No. It has, if Russia and Ukraine are the members of WTO, then this Poland cannot.
They are so Russia is not there.
World Trade Organization, because World Trade Organization 164 countries are there, no? So Russia is there, according to me. Most of the countries are there. Out of that 200 and something countries, 164 are members, since it is there.
So with even after restrictions, they can trade with non-member countries now.
Non-member country, if they are out of it.
Non-member.
No, countries around. 164 countries are the members. Okay. Now you want, sorry, you have not invested in continuing with that restrictions. So you are moved out or you are kicked out of it. Now you are no more a member of that. Now what is the solution is that either you trade with the countries who are not members of that, to that countries only. Now if the country which is kicked out is powerful country, they can trade with that very economically weak countries. Okay, economically poor countries, if they wanted to trade with them, what they will get? They can sell that finished products. That means economically strong countries, they sell that finished product, but they don't have the money to buy it. Then how do they buy? Trade means like that only. On the other front, they can collect raw materials at cheaper prices. But that is not the only way to survive. Raw materials purchased and finished product to be sold. In a lasting way, it is not going to benefit. So most of the countries wanted to be the part of, because it is a period of globalization. For being a global world, this trade connection is very essential. So they cannot remain outside the arena. See, you want to get an Apple iPhone. So you came out of that one. So your country Apple phone, iPhone will not be available. You want to get the product from Germany. So Germany is a member and you are not a member, you will not get that product. Understood? So globalization period, it is very essential to continue being the member, not to disobey. That is, that won't be liked by, but still they have to obey. Got it? So you just go through that part, liberalization, why they imposed restrictions, trade barrier, and afterwards why 1991 they have changed, and the definition of that.
If the people protest.
That will be government policy. Whatever is that, if people protest, is not going to work. Policies are always taken by the government. So they have to accept the government policies.
This is
Unjust. But what to do?
like you said, World Trade Organization said to give subsidy of the agriculture. So
Not only agriculture, many areas it is not good for the people.
So India made farmers, right? So the farmers protested, and now those laws were taken back.
Fully taken back.
So what happens now?
See, that taken back means वापस वो condition में आ गया ना. What was that farmer laws? That is, one is that privatization. So people were against that privatization.
Yeah, it was told by World Trade Organization.
No, it is not told by World Trade Organization, nothing. No. It is a law passed within the country to favor that private sector. Mukesh Ambani or Adani or like that people, the government wanted to favor them. That is not a government, World Trade Organization's rule. Okay.
So that's part of privatization.
Ah.
As per the nation, privatization is not good.
See, to many sectors, privatization is good. See, what happened earlier, majority of the schools were government run. So, government used to spend for everything. Now, about 90% of the schools are private schools. You are paying and study. Government means everything free. Now the government is unable to spend that much on education field. If the government is stopping that one, okay, privatization is stopped, will you get a chance to have education? Private people are allowed to open the schools if they are capable of. Government is only giving permission. Okay. License, so many things are there. So if the government won't find a stop all the private schools, so will you be able to continue your studies? No. So to certain extent, and compared to that government run and this thing, private schools are much ahead. Because they are collecting the fees means they try to improve the standard of education. Every means they try to. Government means anyhow without working also, the teachers will get the salaries. They never bothered about how to improve. So in that case, privatization is good. Now, if you take a private institution and a government institution that workers will do according to the, if the office timing is 9 o'clock, earlier, now that punching is there, earlier they used to reach that office by 11 o'clock, 11:30. Then afterwards their tea time is there. Then after tea time, one file just opened. Then by the time the lunch time, they will go and have an elaborate lunch. Then they get tired after lunch. This thing. Then they take rest. After rest, it is time to go back. Understood? So what work that person does? Nothing. Eating and sleeping, then going, coming. Okay. So any productive work came for that institution. But if it is a private institution, that is login time is there, logout time is there. Within that time also there is supervision whether that person is doing the work or not. So that person have to do efficient work. His fullest he has to do. So private sector is working very much efficiently. So private sector is required. If there is no private sector, who will compete with whom? If you are the only student in the whole school, You don't have anybody to compete with. So competition is required. For that, the private sector is required. Got it?
But in things like railway and airports, the going and coming out price is like too high.
Yes, yes. That is, I'm against privatization of this kind of public sector undertaking. But it is government policy. It is not told by that World Trade Organization. It is that particular government's policy. See, Indian Railways is the largest public sector undertaking. So in that public sector undertaking, if privatization come, they will shoot up that ticket rate and everything. See, earlier, there was a time platform ticket cost only 2 rupees. Then it came to this one, 10 rupees. Now, everyone who is coming in the platform, that ticket rate, it is added. If you are going to native place, that native place, that ticket itself, that 40 rupees is added. It's like an airport facility. What airport facility is getting in the local, means in the railway station. So people have no choice. People have to pay it. If I am telling that I don't want that to add because I am not getting any benefit out of it, so I don't take the ticket. This is what. So that sector's privatization is very bad. Understood? But other countries, privatization is good because they are giving that facilities like that. When you are going to airport, what way you are getting that facility, that way facilities are provided in the areas where the people are using.
So in short, the root cause of everything is audit. There is no audit.
Audit.
There's
Audit is done. Audit is there. But still, see, if you are having an industry, you are the boss. You are deciding. And every time that want to be done, auditing to be done and submit to the government, that is your compulsion. You are compelled to do.
Even after audit, the quality is bad. So what is it?
See, when you are going to a market for buying a product, so according to the rule, that is, if it is packaged product, quality test to be done and a green mark to be there. If we are purchasing that green mark wala product also, adulterated goods can be there. What you can do for that? So those people who are interested to do that work are not performing their work properly. So we cannot blame the government for that. The government have already made rules. It's not practice. And you and I are not going to the court for this silly problem. That is the thing. Who is ready to go to the court for this thing and that thing? So you are competing with a powerful the business giant. So do you have the capacities to spend that much for getting 100 rupees? That is why many people are not going. There are consumer courts. Understood? So it is not because of that rules and regulations, but these rules and regulations are not followed by us. Everywhere we find loopholes to break it. That is the root cause. Privatization is required, but 100% privatization is not required. In our policy, government policy, it was written that is both the systems are there. Government, that means public sector and private sector. Even joint sector also. 3 sectors are there. But present government, they are trying to privatize to the maximum, 80% and 20% they are sharing. So earlier, if we are having that is a investment in private and public sector, it was decided that 51% to be public sector and 49% only private sector. But now it is reached to that so that is what the reason. They are also giving this thing, what we call that is so much corruption is there. So the government is also prey to this corruption. They are getting lot of money from that big business magnates. Okay. So now we don't have much time to go back to that. And you will get this thing, textbook, page number 68, 69 and all you have to read for the example purpose. Okay. That the impact of globalization we have studied. Studied or not? Now, in order to attract foreign trade, there are 2 methods. One is that this is what says or special economic zone. See, this one is that world-class facilities. The areas of that one should have what are world-class facilities like electricity, water, roads, transport, storage, recreational and educational facilities. So you want me to write it? What are the world-class facility? Electricity, that entertainment, like see movie or any other type of that cultural fest and all. So for that you go to that airport. Airport में देखिएगा तो नहीं है सब facility within that. They don't feel to come out. Understood? So those areas are called CES area, special economic zone. That area, a small shopkeeper cannot function. Have you been to this thing, Seawoods, that mall? So when you are going, that is a station come mall. So everything is there, and that also world class. So people used to come for recreation purpose. People used to come for shopping purpose. People used to come for traveling purpose. Everything is available. That is, if the train is late, they can shop that area, shop within that area. So like that, special economic zone provides everything. Then foreign investment will be attracted. Foreign people will come. Such kind of development, if it is provided, foreign people will come to be attracted. They cannot go to the local market where vendors are sitting. They don't know how to bargain. Their culture is different. They are picking up the things and paying for that. They don't have to bargain, no. But if they are coming to the local market with vendors, they have to bargain. A foreigner don't know that language of that people who are selling the things. So the product which costs only 40 rupees, by saying the 150 will be told. They know broken English, they will tell. So they have to pay 150 rupees. But if they are coming to a mall, every price is written over there, they take it and pay and go. Yes, they don't have any problem. That is why world-class facilities and got it. Now, next, this thing is, this is the term. Now, second is flexibility. What is flexibility? See, earlier times, people prefer to get a government job or the job which is permanent. They cannot be removed or terminated. So they have a security of work. But when flexibility comes, people can be removed at any time. So what is the advantage for that owner is that they can pay less salary to that person and get maximum output from that worker, because they want a job. After some time, they can terminate. According to the clause, they can terminate. They can take another person. So if the person is continuing for a long time, they should be paid well. The other newcomer should be paid less only. So this is called flexibility. So this is another kind of condition. There is no chance of making the workers permanent. So it is an advantage for that owners. They can go on changing that workers and maximum benefit they get. So this is what termed as flexibility. Flexibility of labor. Got it? This also came after that. What is that? Globalization. So globalization gives this kind of problems also. People began to feel that they are or their work is not secure. Those people who worked for so many years also losing the job. So sometimes they are depending upon this job for their source of income, their livelihood, and suddenly one fine morning, if they lose their job, what would be the condition? So it is a disadvantage also. It is beneficial to that industrialist or owner. At the same time, it is not good for the workers. Some examples are given. So that examples you have to read 68 and 69. Okay. In your book, it is not given, no? That book examples are given or not? 1 minute. Yes, that examples are not given. Steps to attract foreign investment is given and flexibility is also given. Okay. So you have to read that part, but examples at home. See, what is that I am going to tell? Batteries, capacitors, plastics, toys, tires, dairy products, and vegetable oil are some examples of industries where the small manufacturers have been hit hard due to competition. That is, small scale enterprises hit very badly because now it is manufactured by that big manufacturing units. Earlier, the spare parts and all, they used to manufacture and supply to them. Now, they themselves are manufacturing. So because of that, they were hard hit. Several of the units have shut down, rendering many workers jobless. The small industry, dairy means, see, nowadays it is not that every time new dairies are coming. And how they are marketing diversified products. So when a new dairy comes, that which is opened by that big manufacturers, they have so many new brands. The people are attracted to that new brands. So the old and quality products have no place. Earlier, that dairy, the milk used to be collected by societies, and they used to take it and do that different activities. But now, diversifying products, new products are coming to the market. People are attracted towards, and the same thing in new bottle means actually that quality, that the technology same, but a new way when it is coming, people are attracted towards. You know that ice creams are there, so many other this thing, milk, energy drinks are there, and so many such products are coming in the market. So these are new products, and the poor manufacturers or dairy traders are not able to compete with the new things. So that is how it is. Okay, getting. Then uncertainty of employment. Anytime they can be terminated. What is that? What is the term? Flexibility. Because of flexibility, they can be terminated. Now we come to the last part, the struggle for fair globalization. Indian companies are there. No? Every area, MNC when it is coming means earlier time they used to come. But now MNCs are not setting their branches in India. So what they are doing is that I have told in the previous class that so many English educated, highly skilled people are there. So they are working in PPOs and running that work. That because of that, no literal movement from one country to other is required. But at the same time, what is happening? Small manufacturers are turning into multinational companies because they are having that branches in other countries. Earlier, this was not possible. Now, anywhere they can set up. I have read from somewhere or heard from somebody in America, one particular area is there. That is all the Indian food and other things are available. Different places are there. So they feel that they are in India. So the Indian products, the food and other things or food products are collected from that respective state, the respective place and made it available. So the people who are living in a different country are getting an opportunity, a feeling of that they are. So how is it possible when the laws are liberalized? If it was not liberalized, they may not be able to open. So these limitations are made that easy, means restrictions are removed. So that is good aspect. But everyone, it is not good. You got the point? To a certain extent,
For the industrialists and not for the
bad for the workers, and some workers it is good also. What is that? Highly paid workers are there.
flexibility of
See, flexibility is there. They are getting the experience in one firm, and when they are thrown out, they can get in another this thing. No, highly skilled people are not facing. Or that workers who are employed in that unskilled area, they are not having technology, they are not having that quality, so they are only thrown out. Highly skilled people everywhere, they will get. See, if they are thrown out from Google, they will be joining in Amazon. If they are thrown out from Amazon, they will join a Flipkart. So that is what skill is there. And their quality means it is having some, see, when the people are getting employment in the high places, what is happening? They are getting their quality is appeared in that their biodata or that one. So the profile itself shows that they have worked in this. So when they are becoming a job seeker, about them, the whole information is appearing. So if they are removed by the company because of the laws, they can get into another place. They were getting that 6 lakh monthly. Here they may get 3 lakh monthly. So what is that? Okay, financial way, little loss is there, but they are getting, no? But unskilled people, it is a problem. They neither have the skill nor have the knowledge. So if they are terminated, they may not. Got or not? Now the struggle for fair globalization. What is meant by fair globalization?
You skip the limitations of globalization.
Limitation, I told that day. That day to the workers, what happened? That for manufacturers, what was that? Okay, if you want to.
What?
Huh? Oh, okay, you read and then I will explain, because today I did not have that book, no. So in the textbook, that part is not given as a separate, but I think I have told that today. Limitations, you just read out 3 points, you read 3 points, you 3 points. First 3.
Globalization of Indian economy has witnessed economic growth and opportunity in selected industries such as automobiles, electronics, soft drinks, fast food, banking, and insurance. This process has not attracted much investment in core areas like power, steel, education sector, health sector. It has benefited the well section of population who has surplus to spend large number of consumer products.
I have told you, because consumers get a variety of choice. Those who are having money, they will choose according to their money. Then many new things arrived in the market to choose from. For example, mobile phone. Mobile phone means the people according to their choice making, purchasing. So those who can afford Apple, they purchase that one. Those who can afford that cheaper this thing, they will purchase that one. So many things are there in the market, and that are the areas they can compete with. Okay. So this point I have explained. Next 3 point.
The small industries which provide employment on a bigger scale after the agricultural sector are having a tough time in the presence of MNC and import of products. The small producers are perishing and they are finding it hard to compete with bigger players in the absence of organized capital and sophisticated technology. A large part of Indian population still engaged in agriculture and globalization has not changed the face of agriculture. This sector is yet to attract investment from private players at a bigger scale.
Yes. So what is that? Some areas boost has taken place. There are certain areas still going down. So agriculture is one of such area. The people followed the age-old technique of agriculture. So here, when private sector come, they will introduce novel methods to increase the production. But that is also again a big question mark. If the land stop giving yield, what they can do? Secondly, that is again a restriction or limitation, because that small size holding. In the small size land, it is very difficult to introduce reforms. So that way, in different areas, there are small scale industries. Small scale industries are competing with the large scale. So their investment is also small. So their finished product also yield less. So now they have to compete with a very highly productive large scale industries. So because of that, this competition affected the small scale manufacturers by. Got it?
The process of globalization in India has resulted in several of the small-scale units shutting down and rendering workers jobless. Batteries, capacitors, plastic toys, tires, dairy products, and vegetable oils are some examples of industries where the small manufacturing units have been hit hard due to the increased competition. So the globalization of Indian economy has not been inclusive in its character. On one hand, it has benefited a section of people and a section of producers. On the other hand, it has excluded a vast chunk of population engaged in agriculture and unorganized sector and are yet to reap the fruit of globalization. The small producers have also been deprived of the opportunities of globalization.
So this is what we have seen. Capacitors, dairy products, toys and all. So they are badly affected. The demand for that is not there. So at the same time, the people are purchasing that big manufacturers' products. Secondly, this products, if it is not having demand, the workers are thrown out of job. So their family condition, economic condition is affected. Clear? Now, another thing is that last point, some part is the
Small producers
say at the same time, this division of small producers and large producers, it benefits some people, but it is not benefited to other sections. In case there is a support from that government side, they will be protected. Unless and until the government support is not there, their condition will remain bad. So it created two big sections, the rich and powerful and low and middle class. So their affordability is different. Here the affordability of the poor people are also different. So that is not going to boost the economy so much if this is working in the same. Got it? So what is fair globalization? We have studied and I have told you about in India, 66% are farmers, whereas in America, 0.5%. So this 0.5% farmers are getting protection, whereas 66% is not getting protection. So this is one impact of globalization. Why this is happening? Because it is not supporting that economic condition of those countries. Because in America, only 0.5% is there. So if they are getting subsidies, it is going to benefit because 99.5% is not engaged in that agriculture. But here, giving subsidies to 66% is very difficult. So, whether fair globalization is possible or not, it is still a big question mark. And how can we establish that fair globalization? See, when that examples we have studied, skilled and educated people are benefited. Those unskilled people are not benefited. So what to be done to establish fair globalization is that people should be highly skilled and educated. That is a solution for fair globalization. Secondly, then globalization is a reality. We cannot change it. You ask the question, if globalization is there, then WTO and all, why they have to? So countries should move out of that one. You ask the question. But it is now a reality and we have to accept it, whether it is going to be good or bad. So it's a reality. Now, what the government can do is that it is to be controlled by government. So government have to think about whether they think about that profit it is getting, or whether it is profitable or not, or they are doing good for the public. So it is in the hands of government to see. Clear? So when the government passed that farmers law, it is government was not thinking about that good of the people. They could. Why they were forced to reverse? They were forced to reverse because the farmers protest. Okay, so that means the government can follow the earlier rule. That is why government is the ultimate authority to follow that World Trade Organization rules. Because see, if anything, when we are introducing, we can get the benefit or we can get the loss. So if you are thinking about the loss, we will not go into. So government have to think that, okay, little loss also we can suffer for the large benefit. Got it? Next is that it can protect the interest of majority of the people. See, when we are talking about the rich and powerful, we may get only 15%, hardly. That is also 15% is not the 10%. So here the majority is 85%. I am just giving 85%. So government have to think about this 85% rather than 15%. Got it? If they think about the benefits of this large majority, then they will put effective measures.
And WTO works on which platform? Voting or something?
No, WTO actually controlled by USA. It is controlled. The finance minister of America used to be the head of WTO. No, it is not UN, one specialized agency of the UN it is coming for the development of trade. It is a specialized agency. But still, this branch of that agencies, this one is controlled by US finance minister used to be the head. So according to the convenience of US, only all the laws are made. That is why they are only defining the value. This value is calculated on the basis of US dollars. It is fixed. Earlier it was fixed, now it is floating. According to the change in the value, it is floating. So why? That means when the law was made, why the law was always favorable to US? That was a big question mark. It was made favorable because dollar is the international currency used for trade purpose. Secondly, the US finance minister used to be the head of this. So naturally, all the laws will be made in favor of that. Next is and labor laws to be properly followed, and labor laws will be properly implemented and followed. We May 1st Labor Day, International Labor Day was. But many areas, whether the labor laws are followed or not, irrational distribution of wages and salary. Women and men do the same work, but women get half the salary than that of men. So these all things properly to be implemented and followed. समझ में आ गया? जो कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट में काम करता है, तो men and women do the same work. Earlier, women were not allowed the loading and other work, carrying that what is that bricks and other things. Because according to the government, this thing, women are considered weaker sections. They are not allowed to do. But nowadays, women are also doing. So when women are doing that work, they are paid half the. So this kind of injustice to be removed, there should be treated properly. And proper implementation and looking after means whether it is working or not to be checked properly. That is another solution. Got it? Paper. Next is that government can support small industries to improve their performance till the time they become strong enough to compete. So when a small scale sector is set up, they are not in a position to compete with them. So till that time, government support to be there. When they are able to compete, then let them. So that kind of governmental support to small scale industries. We know that large scale industries or big industries, they are having big marketing tactics. And to that or with them, the small industries have to compete. So it's very difficult to bring their product in the market. In that case, government support to be there. Got this point clear? Next point is that if necessary, the government can use trade and investment barrier. Your question is answered there. See, World Trade Organization laws that they have to follow blindly. There is no condition. Government can introduce laws which favor their countrymen. So in that case, they can be protected. Did you get the meaning? वे ऐसा कंडीशन आएगा तो लोगों को प्रोटेक्ट करने का, तो barriers, trade barriers, import barriers can be, restrictions can be introduced. And after that, it can remove also. So it is not compulsory that they have to follow 100% that rules. Every rules to be favorable to the country's condition or suit to the condition of the country.
Restrictions on what?
See, restrictions on import. Understood? So if we are importing blindly, so we have to pay in that currency, that country's currency. That currency is not minted in our country. It needs that government support because transaction to be done by through the government, not by through the government. So only 5-10% of the people can afford. So if restrictions are made, Indian manufactured goods can be sold in the market so that everyone will get the benefit. So if you are thinking only that foreign manufactured goods are good, that attitude should change. See, first we are exporting. That is same goods are coming to our market with a high price. You know that export quality products are there. Every manufacturing unit is producing export quality product. This export quality product, when it is reaching to their country, they are putting that their brand and coming back to our country, and we are purchasing at higher prices. So this can be stopped if restrictions are made. The same export quality product we will buy. Why we have to buy that brands of UK wares or like that? We should be encouraged. People, ultimately, the thing is that when this thing purchase point of view, people should be educated that they should encourage, they should buy only Indian manufactured goods. Ours is very high quality product. But everything which is coming nearby is not of high quality. We are purchasing from a local market at a cheaper price. This cheaper price quality won't be good. But that company is manufacturing high quality also. Understood? So people, government should restrict that manufacturers to produce good quality product and encourage the people to buy that product so that it can be marketed. That is what a government policy is very important. We should not blindly follow that restrictions. Okay. Now, it can negotiate. Next point is that it can negotiate at World Trade Organization for fairer rules. If country is in need of some fair rules, it can negotiate with. Our country cannot compete with. So you have to liberalize some rules. Got it? So negotiation is possible. It is not fixed. I think you got that World Trade Organization rules. Okay, it is a biased one, but there are certain. There are some loopholes, some conditions in which the government can do. See, the prices are fixed by certain things, prices are fixed by the government. For example, gas prices are fixed by the government. Electricity charges are fixed by the government. If it is given to private hands, unaffordable rate it will come. What is happening? In Maharashtra, some parts Tata ka electricity is there. So what that electricity is purchased by BST and then selling. So what price they are producing, that cheaper price they cannot sell it. So the government is taking and selling at a rate which is acceptable to the people or affordable to the people. Got it? It can also align with the other developing countries with a similar interest to fight against the domination of the developed countries. There are some countries which are facing similar problems. So join with some countries and fight against World Trade Organization for fair. Then there are campaigns and representation by the people's organization to influence in the decisions. Earlier, there were so many such. It had its impact. You only told about agricultural laws. So people came out and then they protested and it had influence in that. The government finally realized that by imposing the rules upon that farmers is not going to benefit. So farmers were so strong that is they made that government to change it. That is why. So this is also another way. Okay, you read that one. I think it is over. Over, no? So struggle for fair globalization, you have to learn what are the steps to be done to have fair globalization. Next session at the 12:30. 12:44. अच्छा 12:30 को ब्रेक है. This break is half an hour. 12:54. Because we have to have lunch. Had tiffin? No, I go. 2:54. We have it back in. But small the things is not on. Nothing. I have breakfast in the morning. You?
I also do it.
You did not bring anything. How can you study? No. Say small tiffins you just bring. This much a long time. Don't have heavy food. So light food. If you are taking, then only otherwise you feel sleepy, you feel tired. To learn it, no? After eating. So that is why I told her little. Because stamina to be there, no? Then only you can learn. Okay. Read it. Homework also I will give. Mineral and power resources, no? Manufacturing industries. Okay. Last moment only I saw that.
Subsidy can help small producers.
See, subsidy can help, but see, our government, if you are favoring only that the rich manufacturing units, and subsidy is required for the poor manufacturers. So, will the government give subsidy to these people, or that will the government support these people, or that is the biggest question. Subsidy is always good.
I'm asking what are the other ways to help small producers?
Small producers means encourage the people to buy their products, provide marketing facilities of their products. Huh? So don't allow them to compete with the big manufacturers. Got it? We see what is your capacity, what is her capacity, it's different. So I don't know anybody's capacity, I'm just giving an example. So according to your capacity only you will try. So you have to try to your maximum. She also has to try to her maximum. So in that case, what is that is the output will come to the maximum. So if you are able to produce small type of goods, government should encourage that type of goods. Batteries are there, capacitors are there, tools are there, then nuts and bolts are there. So all these things, if the government encourage, so prevent that big manufacturers from entering into that. तुम लोग ये नहीं प्रोड्यूस करेगा, तुम लोग को बड़ा ही प्रोड्यूस करो, ये स्मॉल स्केल सेक्टर में ही करना है. तो see the students. So
They should have freedom to make anything.
see, they are having freedom, but government support is also required. What is the government support? You are seeking on subsidy only, but other ways are also there. Marketing facilities and prevent the big manufacturers from entering into that.
Protection.
Protection. So one example, see those who are having the capacity to buy that big fish, I am giving that non-vegetarian to say big fish. So they will purchase that big one. Those who can afford only that smaller ones, let them buy. So that other government cannot persuade everyone to buy this one. So everyone is having freedom to set up, but according to the capacity, and prevent the bigger manufacturers from entering into the smaller stores.
Main points are marketing facilities, advertisements, protection and protection from big companies and subsidies.
Labor laws is so that the government have to make them to give security.
So protection from government.
See, laborers should not be thrown out then and there. So laborers to be protected. So they should feel that okay, our government is supportive.
So the labor laws is for the workers.
Purpose.
And the company laws are for the
Industrialists, owners. Because see, certain areas the workers are getting salaries, but the laborers are getting wages. difference you understood or not? What is the difference between wages and salaries? See, I am working, I am getting a salary by the beginning of next month. So that is salary. But laborers are getting daily wages. Okay. So that laborers to be protected through laws or through many other kind of favorable attitude. And
Import restrictions.
import restrictions are for that one. The first point I have told.
Architects.
No. You are asking about the last part. But the first point I have told you, restrictions on import, that is World Trade Organization, that we don't have to follow a video like that. So restrictions on. Completed reading, understood that one. So I just give some homework. The other lessons you have completed or not? Homework? No.
You have given the solved question answer.
That you have to write in your book. Answers are there, no? You have to write. So have you written? See, when you are having the thing in your hand, you think always, I am having. But when you are writing, so many activities are taking place. You are looking, you are using your brain, then reading and writing. So one time when you are writing, so much activity is taking place. So you remember, okay, many answers points taken. So every time what the teacher is giving us homework, you have to. So that is why I gave you solved answers. You don't have to search and find. Okay. Now here also NCERT का बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं. टेक्स्ट बुक का बहुत सारे हैं. So I am not giving you that NCERT का question. You have to write that solved questions on 284, 285. That is all small one. Multiple choice, fill the blanks, true or false. Textbook का नहीं है ये. Like in the textbook or notebook you have to. Whatever I am giving, your notebook should be there. Page 284, 285, 286, 287. Because afterwards will be question pattern, but at this part, 287, that is 1 mark question. Then 288 means 3 mark. That we will do afterwards.
That's the 284 and 287.
Rather, that day you attended online class. You understood or not? Huh? Only 3 students are there. So which all lessons we have completed nationalism in India? Globalization. 2 lessons. And now manufacturing industries instead. Okay. Political science power sharing is given or not? It's there. No, it's there. Maybe or not, I have to see. Given then by power sharing is planet Mars. Useful, but here not taken, no?
They haven't started anything.
Okay. So what that sir is stating, which is lesson of the
And people and the
people development lesson, no?
completed. He's taking the over.
Which lesson? Resources and development. Which days he is having class? First. Okay. That madam? Yes, first. Okay, government of first. So he's took the nationalism in Europe. Not any completion. Right?
115.
Right?
115.
No, we are taking 4, no. 15 minutes only they are see,
Go there. The second one is
8.5.
and so it's that's it. Oh my God, later. 60. 60. 60 somewhere. Yeah.
And then the inside is so it should be the body cheese. It's not big. Actually, I have one. It's the second thing that happens. Please fight for the six for
you know, it has not.
we have a capital.
It's so good ना तो सुंदर है और मुझे 12 क्लास के रखते हैं इस क्लास नहीं नहीं ऐसे 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 मेरे फील्ड में आ गया अपना वो आपको
So it is more than
life is real.